Hello, welcome to Soul Path Dreaming. How are you? This is a pile reveal from my Facebook page. We go live on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays where we do collective readings via oracle cards and tarot cards. So on Tuesday afternoons, I do 2 piles where you can participate in picking pile A or pile B. Each one has a message specifically for your soul's heart, your heart soul, and you just take what resonates and leave the rest if it's not for you at this time. So the pile with the most votes gets read on Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. and the remaining pile is what you're watching. So let's hop right into that. Today's affirmation card is: even when things aren't perfect or don't seem to be working out, I choose to trust in life. I choose to trust in life. Even when things aren't perfect or don't seem to be working out, I choose to trust in life. So, the next card is the card 41. And it says, Nightingale Spirit, love is all around. And this this card talks to me about singing from our heart space. When we are naturally happy, we tend to sing more. So if you're around somebody and they're always singing, it just means their heart is more in its natural state. We're harmonious with our heart, which can lead to time to heal. Card 55, Snake Spirit. So as this card can look kind of ominous, it's just a metaphor of that as a snake can shed its outward skin, it makes time for new skin, new growth, new ways of being, new beginning. And we can always do that with having love in our heart, or having heart in our love in our heart song. The next card is card 59, the Wailing Tree, Reconciliation. So this card talks to me about a tower moment. So in tarot there is a card called the Tower, and it is talking about having a deep inner transformation. Sometimes it's called a dark night of the soul. It can be called a choice point. There's many different words for it, but we're going to say that it is the Wailing Tree today. As you can see, this card looks like it's on fire and that she's crying out. But at the bottom, there's all this life, there's all this growth. When we choose to reconcile with ourselves, that we're kind to ourselves, that we understand that we're not perfect, and that sometimes we can experience what feels like grief or inner sadness, that with love, with choosing to do the healing and choosing to be in our heart space in the intentions of love, that we can reconcile with ourselves. We can allow that tower moment to pass so that we can be on the next phase of our journey. But I will read what it says in the book. When you encounter the Wailing Tree on your path, it is an invitation to stay a while and regroup, a place for you to rest and allow yourself to say goodbye to what no longer serves you. You may be overdoing things, working too hard, or putting too much effort into life with little to no reward. If you are considering making a change, now is the time to do so. Life is not either or, both and, or this and that. So as you dive in and process this, allow it to become a temporary travel companion on your journey. The feeling that this will bring to the surface will be challenging for sure. Yet, like all things, this will pass soon enough and you will be more enriched by this experience. So this is saying, when we are experiencing these moments where our life feels like it's in disarray, or we are not making progress, where we know that we're trying our best, we know that we're trying to do everything in what feels like the right order, but the universe feels like it's against us, that is a call to pause and reconcile with us. Be kind to yourself. Understand and trust that the universe has, or spirit, God, whatever it is that you practice, has a divine purpose for us, has a place for us, that when we work in unison with our higher self, with the universe, with spirit, source, God, that things will go much smoother, and that the things that we are requiring, that we are trying to bring into fruition, that new growth, will feel a lot more at ease, because that soil is so much more fertile than, that's what happens when a fire comes. A fire will burn down something, and then new growth will come, because perhaps the tree is damaged, or perhaps bugs have been eating away at this tree, or weeds have been eating away at this tree and taking out all of its growth, like manipulating it or using it, causing it to be something it's not. It's not allowing itself to be the beautiful tree that it is. So when a fire comes, or it experiences damage, new growth can come out of that. It's being given an opportunity to become alive again. Which leads us to the next card, which is card 51. Stars in the sky, limitless possibility. So the way that I see this card every single time is the Four of Swords. So this is us. If we are experiencing this towery moment, this hardship in our life, we then have the opportunity to meditate, to return to center, to return to self. The inner workings of our life, that is this card to me. It talks about going within, allowing yourself stillness, allowing yourself to become one with that you are a creator being, that you are what you want for yourself. You think, and what you manifest for yourself, your thoughts, because thoughts are things, they come out into the waking world. This to me is a bridge of possibilities. It is saying, when I am in the motion or action of pause, where can I see that I am limited? Which is often the case here. Where can you see that you have limited yourself? Where are you controlling the situation instead of offering a hand to your spiritual team, your ancestors, your guides, saying, I extend a hand to allow you to work with me so that I can be in this space of limitless potential, right? Because at the bottom of this card is growth. That's where the most fertile soil is. So I'm going to read card 51. Limitless possibility, embracing opportunities. Can you imagine that you are only glimpsing a tiny sliver of what is actually there? This is a domain of limitless possibilities, of never-ending sea of potential, where you yourself are made of and have now in your disposal. Your life right now is alive with possibilities and needs for your clear focus to home in on and the avenue of exploration that I'm really sorry. Your life right now is alive with possibilities and needs your clear focus to home in on what avenue of exploration most calls to you. It is time to choose and not be distracted by sheer magnitude of what may be. Gather your thoughts and your most cherished dreams. The universe has its own ideas of how to best serve you and all of us at the same time. Trust this as fact rather than as theory, and you ought not act surprised when your dreams come true, for they surely will, exactly how you need them to. So this card is also talking to me about divine timing. So often we try to control certain situations or control how we think our life should be. But in doing that, we can get stuck. We can get stuck and we can create realities or narratives for ourselves that are only in that unaligned ego way where it must be only this way. This is the only way I can learn. This is the only way I can succeed. That is what this card is saying. And the universe is saying you are limiting yourself. You are putting blocks onto yourself. And when you can understand that and you can do some inner work and shed this skin off, this outer layer that is no longer serving you, you will come back to love, where you will be inspired, where you can have compassion for yourself, where you can have reconciliation for yourself, so that you can be on this bridge of possibility where you are one with source energy, one with your guides, one with your inspiration, right? Which leads us to this card. So this is the Kuan Yin Oracle deck from Alana Fairchild. This is the Mother of Mercy. It is card 19. Card 19. And she is... Oh, initially I thought she was sitting in like a pool of water, but I don't think that's what she's sitting in. I think she's sitting on like something else. Anyway, the Mother of Mercy card. Let's read what it says in the book. It talks to me about being compassionate to yourself. Understanding that sometimes we meet people or we have experiences where we don't automatically listen to our intuition because we think that our intuition is silly or that our intuition is not guiding us the correct way. Again, we are walking in not a path of trusting ourselves. When we give away our power or we take away our power by always listening to someone else, we don't empower ourselves. So this is card 19. Just as the sun shines brightly, casting a strong shadow, your spiritual power needs to be expressed with the awareness it will have an effect on others, even if you are not completely conscious of that effect. To create peace in the expression of your power, we call upon the Mother of Mercy. Mercy tempers great strength and power, kindness, gentleness, compassion, and caring. Kuan Yin brings the quality of mercy to you as a divine gift, encouraging you to cultivate mercy in your dealings with others and to receive it for yourself. If you are in a situation on either side of a story, whether you feel powerful or disempowered, where there is manipulation, fear, struggle, hurting, or suffering, call upon the Mother of Mercy. If you are guided by this oracle to accept spiritual gifts, even if the situation doesn't seem too dramatic, fortunately enough, her gift will abate any karmic escalation and prevent the situation from becoming worse. It will help you to undo negative effects of what already is unfolding. This spiritual assistance is offered in the humanity from a place of loving respect, meaning loving without conditions, kindness, and great spiritual power. So, she is saying, and this can be this doesn't have to be Kuan Yin. It can be your guide. It can be a guide that represents gracefulness, compassion, mercy. It can be a guide or that energy of that, where you allow that to come and sit with you and say, it's okay, it's all right. We can allow forgiveness for others and remember that our boundaries. So there's 3 more cards in this reading. The next card is card 99. Card 99. And it is compassion. So on all of the numerology cards is a Merkaba. And a Merkaba is how we navigate our personal journey and our collective journey. And while we are working on that timeline, it's possible that sometimes how you become aligned is through numbers. Sometimes people see it that way. My ear just popped. So, the number 99 is sort of like an ending, right? A great big ending, meaning that the next part of the number would be the number 100, meaning a new, fresh beginning. So this card to me is talking about, remember, be kind to yourself when you are on a journey of healing. Be kind to yourself when you have to. When you have to allow yourself to shed what is no longer serving you. Remember your heart song. I'll get the cards right, guys. Be compassionate with yourself. Remember that it feels like this on the inside, and that is okay. When you get through to the other side, and you will get through to the other side, through compassion, through being kind and merciful to yourself, having the awareness that this is just an experience that you are walking through. Things do get better when you choose to align yourself with your intuition, with feeling inspired, with the idea of growth, with the idea of compassion. So I'm going to read what this card means in the book. And this card is also purple, so it talks to me a lot about source energy. This card indicates a need to be kind and compassionate towards others or yourself, especially those who extend beyond your family and friend circle. There is a lot of truth to the saying, don't judge a man until you've walked a mile in his shoes. By drawing this card, you are being encouraged to open your heart and mind to see yourself or others through the eye of love. In order to improve your current situation, you need to adjust to the natural rhythms and cycles of your life. This is broadening your culture, your personalities, or point of views to help you have a different perspective in life. Observation without judgment is key. The affirmation for this card is a compassionate towards others, and I am compassionate towards others and attract the same in return. I am compassionate towards others and attract the same in return. So these two cards are the same. They're saying if you are experiencing this in your life, if you're experiencing this tower-like moment, or the need to remember that it's okay to reconcile with yourself. If you've made bad choices in your life, it's okay. It's part of your process, part of your specific journey. The best way is to understand why you are making those choices. What is it about those choices that you need to heal in order for you to feel the best that you can? So it's time to take a pause and go within and allow yourself to connect, because the last two cards of this pile are just simply amazing. So the last two cards are the 10 of Cups and the Sun. And the Sun is the best card in the tarot. It's saying it's your yes card. It's your saying total abundance, total happiness, which is also this card. This means a happy relationship, the most abundant relationship you can have. And if you can have the most abundant relationship with yourself, that cup will runneth over into all your relationships. When you can learn that you are not a perfect person, we are a human being. We are just trying to be. We are just trying to experience life, and we make life how abundant we want it to be. So, on our journey, remember that this is the ultimate goal. This is obtainable. These feelings of having happiness within inside of ourselves comes from the energy of connecting with our angels, our guides, what we perceive as source. And it affects all of our relationships. Everything that we do is through how we align ourselves in that Christ-like consciousness energy, that loving light energy. Remembering that our shadows of ourselves sometimes have to be illuminated more often than not to shine healing on them. And we will never 100% be healed. We will always be on the journey of healing because we continue to keep incarnating many different lives. So on this particular path, on this particular lifetime, be compassionate to yourself. Know that you are being guided. You have people in your life. You have divine feminine people in your life that are merciful, are kind, are compassionate, and are always rooting for you to do the best that you can. So, one last time for this card. Even when things aren't perfect or don't seem to be working out, I choose to trust in life. I choose to trust in life. So remember, the end result that we are always striving for is this total abundance, this peacefulness, this harmonious time in our life. And in order to do that, we always have to have hope. Rainbows to me are always a sign of hope. So, and we will never be without hope. And if you are ever feeling that hope seems very distant or very far away, reach out to somebody that is in your life that you trust and have a real conversation. Explain to them why it is that you are having this dark night of the soul, this tower moment. It's okay. People, your people will always be there to help you. This is why they're in your life. They're part of your sacred circle. So if you enjoyed this reading, or you have questions, or you want to experience a dream reading or a card reading, please reach out. My contact information is down below in the description box. I hope that you enjoy your Wednesday and have a blessed day. Namaste.